guys, today I am back to film a kind of more casual get ready with me. I just felt like kind of chit-chatting as I get ready. I don't really know why I'm getting ready though, because I have no plans to leave the house today because I can't even remember the last time I, had a day off and I didn't go somewhere, because I've been going to like Target or run and do this really quick, and there's always just like some errand I have to run and do, or I make them up in my head. But anyways, I just decided, today I am staying home. I am not going anywhere except for maybe the grocery store in town, but that's like 2 minutes away. I'm not driving anywhere. I just want to stay home. But I just felt like playing with makeup. And there are some things I'm panning that are not in Project Pan that I just am like, hey, if I use that today, I'm one step closer to being done with it. Or even if it is a Project Pan item, I'm one step closer to being done with it. So today I'm going to be using the Chocolate Bonbons palette. Someone had requested a pink purple look, and I figured I would use this just because it does have a couple pink colors in here, and then it does have a purple color in here as well. So I figured I would use this. I've been using this almost the entire month of February, so let's just keep it going. But I am starting out pretty much completely barefaced. The only thing I do have on is the Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Blur and Smooth one. I just picked this up the other day because my NYX Angel Veil is almost completely out. And the only other primer I have is the Nip and Fab, the like Viper Smooth one, which I haven't even got to really try yet because I've been trying out this one. But right now, and the other day when I wore it, because this is like my second time trying it, I'm just not really getting the blur effect with it. I don't know, it comes out and it's like a white lotion, and I thought it was going to be more like the Maybelline Baby Skin. This is the other one I picked up because they were buy one get 50% off. But I thought it was going to be more like this, where it's going to be like a silicone primer, and it's not. It's more of a lotion, which is fine, but I just feel like it's not really like blurring. Like my skin feels really matte with it on, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's actually blurring anything. Because I feel like all my pores still really look the same and everything else, so we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with foundation then, since I do have my primer on and ready to go. I'm going to be mixing too, because this is Project Pan and this I'm panning, and let's just work on getting them both done a little bit faster. But this is the Too Faced Born This Way in Ivory, which, like I said, is in my Project Pan. This one is the Rimmel Lasting Finish. I couldn't get any more out of the bottle when it was in its original packaging, so I ended up having to like dump it and scrape it all into this MAC bottle. But at least now I can get more out because it actually pumps out and it's, being sucked up the tube and stuff, so this works a lot better. But basically I'm going to take probably like 1 pump of this. Yeah, I would probably only do like 1 pump. We'll do a little half a pump too. A couple little drops. Okay. And then I'm going to take the Rimmel one and I will do a big pump and a half of that as well. That ends up usually being, right about what I need. But you can see the Rimmel Lasting Finish and the Too Faced Born This Way. Too Faced Born This Way is definitely more yellow. The Rimmel Lasting Finish is really pink. So when I mix them together, it still ends up coming out pretty yellow. But it's, a little more neutralized, and it's not quite as yellow. So, and then I'm just gonna dot this on my face. I got a little dip on my hand. Now I've got that kind of dotted around my face. I'm gonna take this BH Cosmetics, it's the 113 brush. Just kind of like reminds me of like the Sigma, like F80, but I know they have a more round version. So it's like that, but it's more rounded. And I'm just gonna take that and blend it in. This has been my favorite foundation brush lately because it just, I don't know, it feels like it does all the work for you. Like it blends everything in so quickly and so fast. I don't know, I've just really loved this brush. I'm really glad I picked up that BH Cosmetics set at TJ Maxx because I do not regret it at all. I love all the brushes in there. They've been amazing. They haven't really shedded either, which I thought was kind of, I don't know, I thought, usually when I get new brushes, I feel like they shed like a little bit, just from being used, but it's not bad at all. They don't shed as far as I can tell. And I'm definitely going to bring this down my neck a little bit because it's pretty close to the tiny little bit of tan that I got, but not, I don't know. It just needs to be blended down my neck just a little bit. So I went ahead and did my brows off camera too, just figured let's get it done. I did put my eye primer on too, which was the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. The NYX Single Shadow in Stiletto I'm going to use. Like I said, there's a similar color in here, but I mean, I'm panning this, so I figured why not. Plus, I think this one's a little bit lighter, so it does work a little bit better on my really fair skin, but if you are a little bit darker, you could just use the color in the Bon Bons palette. I'll let you know what it is here in a minute, but I'm just going to take this and use it as a transition color for the crease. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in there and apply that really lightly in the crease and kind of blend it up a little bit too, since it's my transition color. Alright, so now that I have that blended in as a transition color, I am going to take the Too Faced Chocolate Bon Bons palette. The color that I was talking about that is sort of similar is this Almond Truffle color. Like I said, it's a little bit darker, so on me it's just a little too dark to use as like a transition color, except for maybe if I used a really light hand with it. But you could definitely use that as a transition color. You could use Cashew Chew too. I've used that one as like a transition color before, but trying to decide here what the plan is, since I'm don't really have a plan today. So I think we are going to take and do the Cotton Candy color all over the lid, which is this one right here. There is Sprinkles, which is, it's a lighter pink, but it's got like a little bit of a gold shimmer kind of shift to it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go Cotton Candy just because it's full on pink. Just kind of decided that's what I'm going to do. But I'm just going to take a little Sigma shader brush and pack that on the lid. So thank you guys for all the well wishes on our trip to LA. It was amazing. It's probably would have been one of my favorite vacations ever, because we actually got to do everything that I would have wanted to do. There were a couple things, I guess, but for the most part we did everything I wanted to do. So we flew out on Wednesday. Our flight, well, first we had to get on the bus and take that to O'Hare Airport. That was about a 2-hour bus ride. It was a half an hour ride to get to the bus stop. So about 2.5 hours in, we finally got to the airport. We got there pretty early, so we ate at, there's like a Chili's to go. So we had some Chili's. I think we had like another hour and a half after that, so we just kind of hung out. There's always these like little stores. They're called Hudson News. Inside, like, I know LAX had quite a few of them. O'Hare had quite a few of them. They're just little like snack souvenir shops. So we stopped in there, got some snacks before the plane. But yeah, then we got on the plane, and I want to say it was like a 4-hour flight. I think they had originally said it was like a 5-hour flight, but it really ends up being more like a 4-hour flight. I don't know. I guess maybe the extra hour is like how long it takes to like get landing and taking off and all that kind of stuff, but it really was just like a 4-hour flight. It wasn't bad at all. So the only thing is there was a time difference, you know, change from 2 hours. So when we went out there, we gained 2 hours. When we came back, we lost 2 hours. So that was kind of, coming home was a lot harder. But like I said, I think we left at like 9:30, 10 o'clock Wednesday morning, and we didn't get to LA till like closer to 7 or 8 o'clock at night there. So even then, it was a really like long, full day of traveling, which I don't mind. Traveling to me is pretty, I mean, it's exciting, it's fun, so I didn't think it was that bad. Now I'm going to take Totally Fetch with the, what is this, E25 brush. And I'm going to use that like in my crease and outer V. Start really lightly with this color because it'll go overboard quite fast. So, but that is kind of how things went. Actually, I think we're going to take a little bit different idea with this. I'm going to just work it on the outer third of my eye. I'm not going to use it in the crease. I'm just going to darken it kind of on the outer third instead of using it as my crease color. So anyways, it was a full day of traveling, but it was fun. The first full day there, which was Thursday, we went to Disneyland right away off the bat, which made me happy because that was like the thing I was really excited to do. So we went there right away. It was so seriously just so much fun. we only got to ride like 4 rides, but part of the reason that happened was because I guess there's kind of different parks in a way. So my son obviously wanted to go to the like Cars Radiator Springs park, I guess, like it was separate. So there was only 2 tickets to do the park hopping. So him and his uncle, they went over to the Radiator Springs Cars stuff. So while they did that, we kind of did like souvenir shopping and stuff, and just kind of walked around and were looking at things. But that was later in the day, so right away we rode like 4 rides. I know we did Star Tours, which was like a 3D movie thing, and then like the seats move and everything, and it was Star Wars themed. We also did Hyperspace Mountain, which was Star Wars themed, but it's, I guess, just Space Mountain. It's just got a Star Wars theme to it. And I'm trying to think, we did like a Finding Nemo like submarine like ride. Trying to think of what else we did. There was like a bobsled one with like Yetis and stuff, or like abominable snowmans, I guess, but that one was a lot of fun. I think that's it. We didn't do teacups, and I wanted to do teacups. There were like quite a few rides I wanted to do, but we just didn't get to them. It was either, you know, kind of too busy, or, you know, they were in the other park, so I didn't want to go ride stuff without my son. So I don't know, I would have liked to do like the Haunted Mansion and stuff too. Yeah, so I think when we go again, it's probably going to be a little while before we go again. But I would like to go like a year from now and go again and just go to Disneyland for 2 days instead of just 1. Because then the second day we did, I'm trying to think, second day was definitely more relaxing. I'm trying to like remember, everything's like becoming jumbled. So I think the second day was the day we actually like went and did like more Hollywood themed things. So we went to, I'm trying to think, where did we go? We went to the Griffith Observatory and like looked out over everything. Boyfriend's brother, he like on the way to the Griffith Observatory, he was talking about like where like certain celebrities live and stuff, and like, you know, because he works with movie companies, so like he kind of has an idea where some people live. You know, and we were talking about like how me and my boyfriend wanted to do like just a stars tour just for the fun of it, and he's like, yeah, he's like, you know, those are great and everything, but the thing is, if you take one tour, they're going to tell you Jennifer Aniston lives at this house, and if you take another tour by another company, they're going to say that like Tom Hanks lives there or something. Like, they're just kind of telling you people live there even if they don't. So I'm going to take Black Currant, which is that purpley color. I'm going to take this on a little pencil brush and kind of work that into the outer V, kind of darken it up a little bit. But it was a lot of fun. Oh, maybe this isn't going to work. No, it'll kind of work. It's a little difficult. It doesn't really want to blend together very nicely, but I don't know. I just might need more of the Totally Fetch color. I think that's what I'm going to do, is take a little bit more of the Totally Fetch color. I think I am going to go ahead and use that as a crease. So, but, you know, he was like, you know, those are fun tours to do, but they're just not maybe the most accurate. So I tried to find, like, I don't know, like an app or something that would tell you where celebrities lived, and tried to do, like, our own little tour on the last day, which that ended up being so much fun. My boyfriend and I just drove around in Beverly Hills looking at all these big houses and everything. It was wonderful. It was so much fun. Just kind of too spending just some quality time with him, because those guys were at the beach, and we did go to the beach for a little while, but my boyfriend just like, he can't be in the sun too long. He like actually gets like nauseous and starts throwing up and stuff, so he couldn't be in the sun for a long time. So that was nice to kind of take a break, go drive out in Beverly Hills. The other nice thing was we rented a car while we were out there, so we could go anywhere, anytime we wanted to. So one of my like dream cars is a Dodge Charger, and that is what we had rented. We rented a 2016 Dodge Charger, and that was probably one of the highlights of the trip for me, quite sadly, was that, because I thought it was so cool. It was such a cool car. I loved it. So that kind of made, you know, the driving part of things a little more fun, because the LA driving for sure is really, really crazy. My boyfriend fits right in with it, because, you know, driving fast, changing lanes every 10 seconds, you know, it all worked out nicely for him, but I don't think I could drive in it. So I just enjoyed riding in the car and kind of playing around with like, you know, all the features and stuff, like the radio and GPS and all that kind of stuff. So I just had more fun playing around with the actual features of the car. But kind of back to what we were doing on the actual trip. Like I said, first day 1 was Disney. Day 2, we went to more Hollywood stuff. I know we did like, why can't I think of what it's called? The street that has all the Hollywood like actual stars on them. We went to the Chinese theater and took pictures of all like the cement handprints. So I have a ton of really cool ones of those. Like I know I have Jennifer Aniston's. Or at least I was 90% sure it was Jennifer Aniston, because I swear the last name says Aniston, but then for the first part it just says Jen. And I'm like, I don't know if I've ever heard anybody call her Jen Aniston. I feel like everyone has called her Jennifer Aniston. So that was, I was like I think that's Jennifer Aniston, so I'm gonna take a picture. But there's like Eddie Murphy. They had the Hunger Games on a huge cement slab together. Star Wars was on a slab together. Harry Potter was on a cement slab together. Twilight was on a slab together. I don't know, there was quite a few of them. So now I'm going to take Black Currant. Actually, I'm going to take Totally Fetch first, and I'm going to run that on a pencil brush on my lower lash line. Just kind of in the middle. I'm not going too close to the inner part and not too close to the outer part. So, but that was a lot of fun. Trying to think of what else we did. We just did a lot of shopping and stuff that day, I think, kind of. We got to see where they film American Idol and where they were going to be filming the Oscars at. I know the third day, I think, is the day we went to like the tar pits, and we went, I feel like there was more than that, but I for some reason cannot remember. I don't know why. I'm like all of a sudden cannot remember. I know if I like pull up pictures I would remember everything, but I know we went to the Tar Pits Museum. That was kind of fun. I'm going to take a Black Currant on the pencil brush and do this on the outer half. But the last day was the day we went to the beach. Oh, we did go to the pier. I think that was the third day. So I think we did Hollywood and the tar pits on day 2, and then we went to the Santa Monica Pier on day 3. So that was fun. My son and I got to ride a lot of rides because they have rides down at the pier. I kind of wished we would have went to the beach and the pier in the same day, because then I think it was like day 4 or whatever, we were actually leaving that night. Our flight, it was Sunday and our flight was midnight. So we were leaving technically Monday morning. Our flight was like 12:15. So technically we were leaving Monday morning, but yeah. So we had to kind of keep that in mind when we planned our Sunday activities, that we were going to be flying out at midnight. So we just went to the beach, and that was like the plan, was just to bum out at the beach all day, but my boyfriend and I were like, no, we're not ready to go home, like we need to go do some more sightseeing and stuff. So we went up into the Beverly Hills, and we found, there's a special like scenic viewpoint that we had found that I don't remember the name of it. It starts with an M, but that was really cool too, because you were looking out like pretty much over all of LA, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. We drove down to Malibu and drove, you know, through some of the nice houses in there. We drove along the Malibu beach. It was a lot of fun. So I'm glad we got to do a lot of that stuff. I'm hoping when we go back though, like I said, we'll get to go to Disney longer. I kind of am hoping we will get to do kind of some more, I don't know, like more sightseeing stuff, I guess. Like we did some of that, but I want to do like more of it. I didn't see any celebrities in LA or at LAX when we left. The only one I saw was actually a lead singer from one of my favorite bands. The band is called Papa Roach. So I saw Jacoby at Disneyland, and he was literally standing like 5 feet away. So that was pretty cool. I didn't say anything to him because he's there with his family. I'm here with mine. Like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, come take a picture with me and sign all this stuff. Like, I was like, you know what? He's here having fun with his family. So am I. I'm not gonna be rude and be like, you know, take time out of your day to come do this for somebody that's pretty much meaningless to you. But now I'm going to take a little shader brush and sprinkles, and I'm going to do that on the inner corner. I'm going to do that on this inner half and on the inner corner, I think. So that was the only celebrity sighting I had. I'm going to call her mother-in-law because she's my boyfriend's mom, and we've been together for 10 years. So I'm just going to call her mother-in-law. She thought she saw Ariana Grande at one point, because there was this girl and everybody was like trying to take pictures with her and stuff. I don't know, I didn't really look when she said that just because Ariana Grande isn't really a celebrity I care that much about. Like, it would have been kind of cool to see it, but I wasn't like gonna try to hurry up and see if it was her, because the girl was kind of going away really fast. So it kind of, it's the other thing. Might have been a celebrity, but I don't know. So that is the finished eye look. Well, not totally finished. We gotta do eyeliner and that kind of thing. But I'm done rambling about LA now. I just wanted to like let you guys know what we did. So I'm going to take, let's go a little crazy. Let's do something super purple. I'm going to take Urban Decay 24/7 liner in Vice. This is a really glittery purple, and I'm going to just line my upper lash line with it. I might do my lower waterline too with it. We'll just kind of see. So now I have my liner on that is Vice. I didn't do it in the lower waterline, but I guess I still might. I'm just kind of starting with this. But onto concealer, I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Conceal in Fair and my Sigma F64. I almost always say E64. Okay, so my under eye concealer is on and I set it with my NYX Radiant Finishing Powder. Now I'm going to move on to mascara. I'm going to do my Rimmel Scandal Eyes. I'm going to apply this and I'll be right back. So hold on one second. My mascara is on. I ended up taking a little bit of that Urban Decay Vice pencil and putting it on the lower waterline. I'm kind of glad I did because it adds kind of a unique like pop to the waterline, but it definitely does look good with like a more nude waterline, so feel free to do either. But now I'm going to bronze my face just a little bit because I just kind of feel like it. So this is the Japanesque, I think it's like the 150 degree contour brush or whatever. It's a little bit fluffy, but I kind of like using this for bronzing more than contouring. You can get kind of precise with it if you're really careful, but I feel like most of the time it's pretty fluffy and I just like it more for bronzing. So I'm going to take the Laura Geller Baked Trio. I'm going to take the bronzer in here and go ahead and just kind of bronze around the perimeters of my face a little bit. I just really like this brush for like bronzing my forehead too, because it's really nice for that. So okay, so now that I have bronzed up kind of the outer perimeters of my face, I'm going to take my Anastasia Catwalk palette and I'm going to take this pink shimmery shadow right here and actually use this as my blush. It is so pretty as a blush, and it kind of, I don't know, it kind of matches the cotton candy color that I did, but it's a brighter, a little bit darker pink. So I'm going to use that as a blush with just this little Sigma Large Angled Contour F40. So I'm just going to kind of carefully dip it in there and get a little bit of product. Because since it's a shadow, it's really pigmented, so you really don't need much when you're using it as a blush. So, and I do have to kind of smush the bristles a little bit to be a little more careful about how much I'm picking up and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and use this as a blush. And since this is pretty glowy on its own, I think I'm actually going to skip the highlighter today. But I think I am going to go ahead and actually pull that Laura Geller Baked Trio out again, and I'm going to use the highlighter color in here, which is not really a highlight on me. It's pretty much the same color as my skin. This one right here, and I'm going to use that as a face powder because it's really glowy, and I just, for some reason, that's what I want. So I'm going to take that. Let me see if I can find a brush here that I feel like will work with that. I'm going to take the Ulta powder brush just because this is a little more, it's a little flat, so I feel like I can kind of get in there a little bit better and pick up more of the product better. So I'm just going to take that on this brush and apply that all over. I'm trying to decide what lip color I want to wear this. I do have Maybelline Lust for Blush right here on my bottom lip, and I do kind of like it, but I kind of want something a little lighter, so I think I'm going to do this Rimmel Lasting Finish Color Rush Intense Color Balm instead because it's a little bit lighter, a little more sheer. And the eyes are just pretty, I mean, they're pretty bold. They're pink and purple. So I think we're going to stick with this because it's a little bit more sheer. Alright, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. It is pretty bold, I'm not going to lie. Like, I would probably only really wear this to work, otherwise I feel like people would be staring hard. So, that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and film my favorites and relax for the rest of the day. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!